Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the course DED 504, Introduction to Educational Administration and Planning. My name is Etape Grace Ekume. In this group, we are Besingi Florence, Agborsangaya Bate, and Fonyuy Rufine. We are level 500 students in the Faculty of Education at the University of Boya, offering the distance education program. We will be presenting on staff personnel administration in Unit 5. The objectives of this unit are, by the end of this unit, you should be able to state some measures you may use to motivate and retain staff in your school. Explain how you can build healthy staff relations. Explain how you can handle the discipline of staff, and discuss how you will promote the professional development of your staff. I am to present some measures you may use to motivate and retain staff in your school. Meanwhile, Besingi Florence will proceed with how you can build healthy staff relations, whereas Agborsangaya Cindrella will proceed this presentation on how you can handle the discipline of staff. And Rufine will conclude this unit by explaining how you will promote the professional development of your staff. This course is supervised by Dr. Ebot Ashu of the University of Boya. I will begin by introducing staff personnel. What is staff personnel administration? The tasks of government are increasing every day. So development and welfare of orientations have led to the expansion of government and its administrative machinery. As the tasks, responsibilities and activities of organizations, whether public or private, multiply, the demands of personnel at every level in terms of efficient discharge of their duties also rise. Thus, the task of personnel administration is to assure a steady resource of people who can contribute to success of an organization and meet the growing demand of development. To understand the concept of personnel administration, it is very essential to first understand the meaning and nature of personnel administration. This is the part of administration which is concerned with people at work and with their relationship within an organization. It refers to the entire spectrum of an organization's interaction with its human resource, from recruitment activities to retirement process. It involves personnel planning and forecasting, appraising human performances, selection of staffing, training and development, and maintenance of or improvement of performance and productivity. I begin my presentation by defining some key terms. Firstly, measure. Measures is plan of course of action taken to achieve a particular purpose. To motivate means to give someone an incentive to act in a certain way. In this case, we are focused on extrinsic motivation. This is the motivation that is driven by external rewards, which can be tangible, such as money, grade, or intangible, such as praise or professional development opportunities. Flexible work arrangements and a positive work environment. Retaining can be to continue to have something, hold on to, keep something, or someone in a position like job, etc. Staff means all the people employed by a particular organization. The first point to begin with on the measures you may use to motivate and retain staff in your school is getting to know your staff both collectively and individually. Try to understand and, if possible, their personal and social problems and needs. This is very important for motivation. It communicates a feeling of caring. For instance, you greet a teacher by name, stop by to ask about family and friend and find out about the problem he or she reported to you. Furthermore, encourage staff participation in decision making that concerns them as possible. Research holds that participant decision making leads to effective implementation of decision by those involved. For example, you want to equip a science laboratory in your school, you should consult and involve the science teachers concerned to tell you their needs. Moreover, utilizing and retaining contract teacher is another measure you may use to motivate and retain staff in your school. Contract teachers have a temporal or fixed term agreement and minimal pedagogic training or teaching certificates. A more effective long-term approach which involves offering opportunities for contract teachers to move out of a temporary contract and into the permanent teaching force. This could involve requiring degree or advanced training, offering a competitive application process, or allowing contract teachers to become civil service employees after serving for a set of period. To add to that above, another point that you can use in retaining and motivating your staff is increasing teachers' compensation. Raising teachers' pay to a level competitive with professionals that require similar training can be an important step in improving the status of a job. In many countries, teaching is considered a profession of last resort due to low pay or low prestige surrounding teaching career. By raising salary level, system can build towards a more attractive teaching career and retention in your school. Furthermore, another point that you can use in retaining and motivating teachers in your school is improving working conditions. Much like low salaries, poor working conditions can lower teachers' motivation and reduce the over-attractiveness of the profession. Examples of poor working conditions can vary from system to system. For teachers in conflict or crisis situation, it could mean a lack of safety and security or struggling to meet basic needs. Teachers in low and middle income countries may lack educational necessities such as desks, books, internet access, or other instructional material. However, supportive work environment like providing teachers with the resources can help retain them. Again, providing professional development opportunities is another point that can help you to motivate and retain your teachers. One of the most effective strategies for attracting and retaining talented teachers is to provide them with professional development opportunities. These could include workshops, training sections, and other opportunities for teachers to learn new skills and stay up to date on the latest teaching methods and technologies. By providing teachers with opportunities to grow professionally, schools can help to keep them engaged and motivated to stay in the profession or establishment. One such professional development program for teachers is the Train the Trainer or TTT program. It allows the teachers to update or upgrade skills to become learning facilitators, which entails using teaching methods adapted for modern learning environments and learning expectations and needs. Also, encouraging collaboration is another point that will add to the above. One of the biggest threats to the teacher's well-being is the feeling of being isolated and unsupported. So, facilitating exchanges and collaboration among teachers is a relatively easy and low-cost way to boost their morale and motivation. Again, collaboration allows teachers to share their ideas, support one another, and lead the way to effective student education. This can be facilitated through official information and virtual configuration, allowing teachers from the same subject and grade level to confer on content, curriculum development, and teaching strategies. Providing comprehensive guidance. School administrators and leaders must effectively communicate the school mission and student learning objective so that teachers and students and staff can work towards the goals. This guidance can significantly impact their feeling about continuing to teach. Support from colleagues and administrators is crucial, as teachers should always feel the administration will support them in achieving their mission and their goals. Personal objectives are aligned with the greater purpose. Tackling gender imbalance is another point in retaining and motivating teachers in your establishment. Gender imbalance in teaching can also impact teacher retention. Indeed, women are significantly overrepresented in the pre-primary and primary teaching sector, and significant discrepancies in wage exist between male and female teachers. Providing equitable and enabling working conditions and compensation for women on par with men is a place to start. Offering targeted incentives to get more women teachers into secondary, tertiary, and leadership positions help reduce this imbalance. At the same time, efforts should be made to encourage more men into pre-primary and primary education. Again, allowing for innovations. Teachers are not just people in the classroom. They know each student and how their learning styles differ from one another. Allowing and encouraging teachers to be innovative in their teaching will help them to build up a sense of motivation and satisfaction among the teaching staff. Innovation can take the form of incorporating students' input that emphasizes creativity, mixing teaching strategies to include different student learning styles, and creating flexible learning environments. within the classroom. Final thoughts is another point that will add to the above. Attracting and retaining talented teachers is crucial for the success of any educational institution. It requires adopting comprehensive strategies that help various experts, various aspects of the teaching profession. These strategies have the objective criteria for filling confidential reports of staff. These strategies must be tailored to the unique needs and challenges of each educational system by focusing on improving pay, working conditions, professional development opportunities, and fostering a culture of collaboration and innovation. Educational institution can enhance this ability to attract and retain high quality teachers. I have come to the end of my presentation, and I want to hand over the floor to Besingi Florence, who on her part will continue with how to build a healthy staff relation. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Besingi Florence. I'm presenting the second objective in this group, which is administrative tools used to maintain healthy staff relationship. The administrative tools here are simply the different ways you can use to maintain healthy staff relationship in the school. The first tool we have here is consultation. Consultation is participation, and it is mostly desirable when it comes to school administration. You need to consult because you need to ask the opinion of others. This is because two heads are better than one. And since the school is made up of professionals who are specialized in different fields, consultation is therefore important for you to acquire knowledge, experience, and expertise of your staff. These staff, on the other hand, are also happy or satisfied professionally because their viewpoint has been made known. But it is your decision to choose who to consult and who not to consult. The decision reached after consultation must also be made known to the participants. The second tool we have here is delegation. Delegation means to entrust to another person to execute some duty invested in oneself. This is because you cannot do all the activities alone. You delegate to your deputy, head of department, etc. In delegation, rules should be clearly defined. Everything should be clearly understood by the head, the person you delegate, and all other colleagues. We should also know that there is no partial delegation. That is, it will not be right for you to intervene into already performed tasks by trying to perform the task. For example, you trying to reduce the timetable already drawn by the vice principal. It is very important also not to delegate an incompetent person. Delegation ensures greater efficiency in the execution of tasks, and it gives you time to attend to other routine matters. The next administrative tool we are going to see here is communication. Communication is the transfer of messages, information, and feeling from the source to the receiver. This is the most this means to keep others informed of what is happening in an organization with regards to policies, planning, programs, or problems. Communication guides our behavior. It is very important in building healthy relationship between you and your staff. Communication will also help you understand your staff and the general school problems. There are different ways of communication in the school. One, we have staff notices. This may be typed and circulated among staff members or copy placed on the staff notice board or general notice board. A book also may be used for staff notice, which can be passed around to every staff to sign it after they must have read it against their names. The next form of communication in maintaining healthy staff relationship is staff meetings and staff decision. Staff meetings are held as needs arising. It is usually scheduled about 3 times in a term: at the beginning of the term, at the middle of the term, and at the end of the term. In the meeting, give opportunities to staff to discuss the points that arise. It is also important to avoid personal antagonism and attacks as much as possible, but constructive criticism should be welcome. Another means of communication in maintaining healthy staff relationship is your availability. You will find out that many people will want to see you for different reasons. You have to be guided by some rules as who you should be able to see and when. For example, visitors and pupils with different problems will be referred to you by a staff or staff members. You should be able to see them at different times of the day. You should also be open as much as possible. Finally, make the people feel welcome, friendly. You should be understanding when they come to see you and polite. Do not put them off, even if you cannot help them with their problems. Thank you. I've come to the end of my presentation. Let's listen to the next presenter in this group, which is Madam Agborsangaya Cindrella. Thanks.
Greetings to everyone. My name is Agborsangaya Cindrella Bate, level 500 student in the Faculty of Education, Department of Curriculum Studies and Teaching, University of Boya, DED program. Course title: Introduction to Educational Administration and Planning, course code 504. Course tutor: Dr. Ebot Ashu. Objective 3. My task is to explain how to handle the discipline of staffs. Handle staff discipline effectively required a combination of consistent enforcement of policies, clear communication, and a supportive approach to help staff improve their performance. Some points to consider when handling staff discipline include: 1. Establish clear expectation. Staff can't meet with expectation they don't understand. The first step to effective staff discipline is to clearly align what you expect from your staff. This will include some elements of professional ethics, such as punctuality, accountability, respect, competency, integrity, diversity, and communication. All of these expectations should be communicated openly from day one and should also be clearly defined in your staff handbook as an accessible for experience at any time. Communicate without anger. Approach any situation logically rather than emotionally. Anger causes staff to feel attacked personally. Have a calm discussion to get to the roots of the problem in an impassionate yet productive way. If you communicate without sensible points and remove anger from the conversation, you keep the staff from an emotional response. Your approach set the bar and lets the staff follow the lead on how to react to the disciplinary discussion. On emotional confrontation, allow the staff to talk rationally about issues and form solutions in a professional manner. Point 3. Conduct a disciplinary investigation. A disciplinary investigation is a formal process undertaken by manager to gather evidence and establish facts related to alleged staff misconduct or occasionally performance issue. The investigation aims to provide a fair and objective assessment of the situation before deciding on whether the staff need a verbal warning, written warning, or dismissal. Not every disciplinary situation is going to require an investigation. There are times when the facts are already well understood and documented, and in this scenario, a disciplinary investigation won't be needed. However, if you find yourself dealing with a situation where you are not clear on what has happened, then you need to investigate before deciding to commence a full disciplinary process. Point 4. Avoid talking down to staff. When discussing problematic behavior, talk to staff as colleagues. Communicating on an equal level show respect and trust. Although you are the manager, to correct behavior issues, recognize that treating staff well, even in disciplinary situations, should come first. Work with staff to solve the problem at hand by asking for opinions. Involve the staff in development of a solution by discussing the situation together. You give them a chance to create their own correctional path, which is more likely to be followed than others given without discussion. Staff discipline is not a matter of dominance or punishment. It's about making the working environment safe and pleasant for both staff and managers. Thank you.